Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer Maker. It is a beautiful day to show you how to layer infusible ink on a mug on the Great Maker Show and Tell. Ever since I got a Cricut Mug Press, generously gifted to me by Cricut in advance so I could show you how to use it, I have been making infusible ink mugs nonstop, as you can see. So far, I've shown you how to create a full coverage vibrant mug using one of my fancy wrap designs. Isn't that pretty? And then I showed you how to create a hand-lettered decal style of mug with less ink, but still so very pretty. Today, I'm going to show you how to create a multicolored infusible ink mug with different layers of color. You can have as much color as you want. So for this project, you want the Cricut Mug Press, which is optimized to work with infusible ink. This is a user-friendly mug press that automatically detects and sets the right temperature and pressure settings for you with one-touch operation. If you're not yet familiar with the Cricut Mug Press, visit jennifermaker.com/Cricut Mug Press to learn more and watch videos all about it. Next, we need an infusible ink compatible mug. Cricut offers mugs in 12 and 15 ounce sizes, as you can see right here, as well as one that has a gray colored handle and rim like inside. The rim and the inside is gray. Now it's important to use Cricut's mugs or sublimation blank mugs. You cannot use just any mug, as it must be poly-coated for the infusible ink to actually hold onto. And of course, you need infusible ink transfer sheets in a variety of colors for your design. You get to pick what colors you want. Now you can use the right size transfer sheets that are perfectly sized to fit the mugs, or the larger size transfer sheets that you probably already have, or a mix of both. I'm going to use a mix of both in this tutorial so you can see how that works. Other than that, you just need a way to cut your design, which you can do on the Cricut Joy, the Cricut Explorer, or the Cricut Maker. And you're going to want a green standard grip mat and a fine point blade, as well as a lint roller to clean your mug and a heat resistant surface. You may also find it helpful to have a little heat resistant tape to keep things in place, though I rarely need it myself. And a pair of scissors will actually come in handy as well. Last but not least, you need some fun designs. I created these multicolored cute animals for you to personalize with a name or a phrase, whatever you want. I've got a bunny, an elephant, a bear, a hedgehog, and a deer. They are so adorable, don't you think? Let me show you where to download these designs free, and then we will cut, apply, and press a colorful mug together. Step 1, find or make a mug design. To make a layered infusible ink mug, you need a mug design with 2 or more layers. You will find some pre-made designs in Cricut Design Space. Look for the Cricut Mug Press section on the home screen, or just click on Images and then search for mug and scroll until you spot a design you like. If you want to make your own from scratch but don't know how, my Custom Cut workshop explains the process of converting a flat image into a layered image. The most important thing to know is that infusible ink is layered with the slice and set method, which is explained in my tutorial on layering infusible ink t-shirts. Slice and set basically means you slice colors out rather than overlap them. This is important for getting true color representation, as infusible inks are transparent. If you simply overlay colors on other colors, you will get weird color combinations. Now, to make it really easy for you to understand the technique of layering infusible ink with slice and set, I've created several cute and colorful animal design files that are ready to go. Plus, they are all perfect for easy layering with infusible ink. I've done the slicing for you. To find these free layer designs, go to jennifermaker.com/291. Then just go to the red bar at the top and look for libraries, and then either click Get a Password if you don't yet have one, or click Enter the library. Look for design 291 in my free library. You can find the files by searching the page for the design number, and then click it to download a zip file with the SVG cut files, as well as DXF and PDF patterns. Inside the folder are many different cute animal designs, including an elephant, a deer, a hedgehog, a bunny, and a teddy bear. Upload the SVG cut file for the animal that you like best to Cricut Design Space. If you're not sure how to upload an SVG cut file to Cricut Design Space, please watch my helpful video training series at jennifermaker.com/svgs. Now there are 2 sizes of mug designs in all of my files. The smaller one on top is sized for the 12-ounce Cricut mug, while the larger one on the bottom is sized for the 15-ounce Cricut mug. Hide or delete the size that you don't need by selecting the layer and clicking the eye icon to hide it, or click the trash can icon to delete it. You're free to make it now, but if you'd like to add a name to the heart like I did, first ungroup all of your layers and then click on text on the left side of your screen and type in a name or a word. Now choose a font and adjust the letter spacing and sizing of your word until you're happy with how it looks. Be sure to position it over the heart just the way you want it to be as well. Now you want to slice the word out of the heart. To do this, select the word and the heart. You should see just 2 layers and no more than 2 layers selected on the right side. If for any reason it's not working that way, you may need to ungroup further until everything is ungrouped and then select just those 2 layers. Now click Slice. This will give you 2 new sliced layers. Delete the black slice layer, we don't need that one, and change the other sliced layer to whatever color you want. I'm choosing pink to match the bunny nose and the bunny tail. Feel free to change the colors if you want to preview how different colors will look together on your mug. To do this, click on a layer in the panel on the right side and choose a new color from the color menu at the top of the screen. And that's it. You can now click Make It. Step 2. Cut out your infusible ink. Once you have your mug design, click on Make It in the upper right corner in Cricut Design Space. On the Prepare screen, be sure to mirror your design. All infusible ink designs for the Cricut Mug Press should be mirrored. Just click the toggle on the left side until it turns green, then click Continue. Now click on Browse All Materials and search for Infusible Ink Transfer Sheet. I also recommend that you choose more pressure to be sure it cuts through the infusible ink transfer sheets. Place your infusible ink matte color side up, which means shiny carrier side down, on your cutting mat, just like this. Make sure the fine point blade is loaded into the Cricut. I recommend you wash and dry your hands immediately before handling infusible ink to avoid transferring any oils to the surface. Now load your mat and press the flashing button to begin cutting, paying careful attention to what color mat you're on so you know which color of infusible ink to put in your machine. Cricut Design Space will always tell you what color mat it's cutting. When you're all done cutting, unload the mat, flip the mat over onto your work surface, and peel the mat away from the infusible ink carefully. I've designed my mug wrap so that the outside template will cut out of the larger infusible ink transfer sheet. This makes it super easy to apply to your mug later on. And if for any reason your cutting machine doesn't cut all the way through the outside of your transfer sheet like mine does, you can either trim it with scissors or next time increase your pressure in your custom material settings. I have increased my infusible ink transfer sheet material settings to 268 pressure and it works really well. And then repeat as necessary for all the different colors in your design. Step 3. Weed and layer your infusible ink. Once you cut out your infusible ink, you want to weed it. Weeding means to remove all the extra bits that you don't want to transfer to your mug. So to get started, roll and gently bend the transfer sheet up and down and around until the edges of the design begin to lift from the liner, just like this. Now you can weed all those extra bits away with your fingers. It's really quite easy. You are, of course, welcome to use a weeding tool, but I find it works best if I just bend the sheet away from me slightly and pull away the part that I don't want. Now, once everything is weeded, it's time to layer your colors. To do this, you want to keep the large rectangular template shape intact and move other colors to it. Just peel off the colors, shapes, words, whatever you have from the other sheets and set them into the main rectangular template design, just like this. The sticky liner will keep the colors in place. Once you're finished setting all of your colors, flip your design over so you can see how it will appear once it's on your mug. Be sure to look for any missing bits that you forgot to weed or set. Step 4, apply your design to your mug. Begin by cleaning the surface of your mug with a lint roller. The lint roller removes any dirt or dust or oil and gets the surface as clean as possible for your infusible ink transfer. It also means it'll transfer really clean and smoothly and vividly. Now, if you have a full coverage design with lots of parts in special places, just wrap the whole liner around the mug. I explain the best way to do this in my Fancy Wraps mug tutorial on my blog at jennifermaker.com/288. Now, if you have a less than full coverage design to apply to your mug, like I do here, the best thing to do is to trim your liner as close to your design as you can with a pair of scissors. Then just position and stick it on your mug wherever you want it to go. Doing it this way will avoid transferring any little bits of dirt or little parts, that you missed, that got somehow stuck on your liner, because that happens. And it makes for a cleaner transfer to your mug. If you need to tape it down, feel free to tape it with heat-resistant tape, but avoid covering any part of your design if you can manage it. You can do it either way. You can transfer it, you can wrap the whole liner, or you can just put the parts that you like. There's pros and cons to each. You'll find the way that you like to do it best. And that's it. Your design is on your mug and it's time to press it. You do not need to cover your design with butcher paper if you're just using the infusible ink transfer sheets. Step 5, press the mug with a Cricut Mug Press. With the Cricut Mug Press powered on and the power button green, which tells us it's ready, hold your wrapped mug by the handle and place it down and into the heating chamber. Pay attention to where the mug handle is and make sure the heat plate appears to be covering all of your design. I like to move my handle a bit to the left rather than center it in that open space. Now push down on the lever on top of the Cricut Mug Press and check that the heat plates are completely covering your design. If they're not, immediately open that lever, pull up on the lever, reposition the mug. You'll probably want to rotate the handle a bit to the left and close the lever again. Do not leave your mug in for more than 20 seconds before pushing your lever down. The good news is that pressing down on the lever starts the whole pressing process. There is no other button to push or settings to worry about. The Cricut Mug Press takes the temperature of your mug and the ambient temperature of your room and determines the correct settings for you. The little LED lights on top of the mug press indicate the progress of your press. An average mug press takes about 6 minutes. Now, when the Cricut Mug Press is all finished with your mug, it will beep, so you know. Just lift up on the lever to release it and pull the mug up and out by the handle, which will not be hot. The handle is still cool to the touch. But be careful not to touch the heat plate with the back of your fingers or touch any other part of the mug, as the cup itself on the mug will be quite hot. Immediately place your mug on a heat-resistant surface to cool. I just placed my mug on the same heat-resistant mat that I'm using for the mug press itself, as it's really convenient and it's all right there and it makes it very easy. Be sure to allow the mug to cool down before you remove the transfer sheet. This takes anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes. Step 6, show it off. When the mug is cool enough to handle, pull off an end of the transfer sheet under the handle, or just, pull it up wherever you've taped it down and unwrap your beautiful mug. All the color is so pretty, don't you think? I love layering and coloring my infusible mugs this way. Now, I know you'll ask if you can press it again with another color or another layer. So here's the deal. Yes, you can, but it's really better to press it just once. If you do want to press it again, either wrap the entire thing with a liner that covers the whole mug for a consistently colored press. Or if you must use tape, make sure that that tape is not covering any other part of your design, because where the tape is and where the liner is may press differently than where there isn't tape and liner, right? And if you want to layer both infusible ink transfer sheets and pens or markers, do your transfer sheet first. So press your transfer sheet onto your mug first, and then do your pens or markers or both or whatever afterwards on a second press. All right, if you've got any more questions about making multicolor infusible ink layered mugs like this, or with using the Cricut Mug Press, please let me know. I love to help. Leave your question below this video or ask in our Cricut Crafters group at jennifermaker.com/CricutCrafters. We have lots of people using the Cricut Mug Press and they would love to help you out. Now, if you need a Cricut cutting machine, I give one away every month. You can enter for the chance to win your very own Cricut cutting machine at jennifermaker.com/Cricut giveaway. And I think that's it for today, but I will be back tomorrow with another infusible ink tutorial. This one using the infusible ink pens and markers, as you can see up here on my mantle. Until tomorrow, this is Jennifer Maker reminding you to craft a life you love.